Alright, welcome back everybody into the second daily recap of the week. Of course, today is Monday. This is my second daily recap, but the previous one was on Friday. So what we're going to see is today's New York session and the trade ideas and the trades that I took today as per my plan. So as you can see, coming into New York Open, which is around here, and you can also see this is the whole New York session that I look at from the New York Open till London close. That this is what happens. So coming into New York Open, I chart up the 15-minute time frame. I can even go up to the 1 hour time frame to look for price sensitivity areas / liquidity areas. So as you can see here, if we are before New York Open, the clean price sensitivity, the recent price sensitivity areas are these previous lows, which have been respected so far. As you can see, the last 15 minutes of the pre-New York, this is the top of our liquidity pool. This is a supply area. Okay, and here on the bottom, as you can see, this is the last bearish before an aggressive bullish push, and this is clearly a demand area. So these are the main, this is sort of high time frame areas. It's not like I will wait for price to get there to take a trade. As a scalper, especially on the 1 minute chart, what I'm going to see is, okay, these are the main areas that I'm focusing on today for this session. The price might go there, but I also look for some intermediate price sensitivity areas. As you can see here, we have this one, these previous rejection areas multiple times, and this resistance created here. We have this very recent support being created. We also have this minor zone of sensitivity and these previous lows. So I can jump into the 5 minute. As you can see, support being created. This is a sensitivity area. We also have this. If we drop on the 5 minute, we can see this huge level, and this one is confirmed, and this one as well. So let's see what happens. And as you can see, this is New York Open, 5 minute, very aggressive bearish, goes below and is rejecting this PSA. So this is my support. This is where I'm looking for buys. As you can see, bullish candles. These are like 20-25 pips before another rejection at the same exact highs as before. So this is a PSA that we already have. Liquidity grabbed and then going below. Another big rejection. Multiple rejections at this liquidity area, supply area, and the price aggressively breaking these previous highs. And temporarily, because I know that is temporarily, we are moving above this previous PSA, but we still have this PSA that can give some sort of strong rejection and even some sells. As you can see, this is very strong. Liquidity was grabbed and it goes again. This is, we're going to see it. This is this one was exactly before the new 4-hour open, and this one was before New York Stock Exchange open. And you can see, boom, price goes very strong bullish. Where are we? Boom, strong supply area. We see that the candles are not closing strong above this previous level. And then the price gets rejected. We are now getting into late New York for my time. And as you can see, break and retest. We have now this one. This one is not much valid anymore. This one is not valid anymore. We have this previous support, but we still have this recent PSA. And when it's broken, look where the price is going. It's going exactly to our supply demand area, very strong. And now lately in the last hour we have the rejection from this area. But let's go and see what happened on the 1 minute, especially this is New York over here. Especially what is very important is to understand what I was looking at during New York. So let's jump into this. So as you can see, this one was my first level. So was this one, I would say, yeah, because it's pre-New York, was this area, because it was the most recent support. So it was especially here on the 15 minute, where was it? Was this support and not directly this one below, because on the 15 minute we had this candle close. So as you can see now, I was looking for a support over there, and it actually worked out. I didn't take this trade, of course. I mean, as you can see, it was choppy and went for like 16 pips before getting rejected again. And this one was my first trade idea, and as you can see, yes, it went 15 pips. But afterwards I was looking for a retest to possible buys, but as you can see, price rejected very aggressively, and this one was exactly at pre-New York, the last 5 minute candle closing and grabbing liquidity. Trend line was a very nice opportunity for an entry on the bearish side, but I was getting too much focused on this pre-New York when I know that most of the volume is happening later. So let's jump afterwards. But this is okay, this is New York time, this is here, and this is a big demand area. We are now at these levels, and that's where, if a support is created, I want to buy. As you can see, I was looking for buys. If price is not clearly with a very strong liquidity going below, if it's jumping here, over here, I want to enter buys, and this is what happened. This was my actual buy, which went more than 10 pips in profit. And I can show you, this is the first gold trade. As you can see, the entry was at the top of this candle. This one was 10 pips profit taken, and the price then went to even 20 pips, if I'm not mistaken. Over here, this one was my entry. Yeah, went like 22 pips before getting rejected again at this trend line, as you can see here. But this one was again, this one of course was a profitable trade, so absolutely fine. Taking 90% at 10 pips, and the rest was left running. But again, this one was another possibility of edging, because when you see that the price is slowing down, is going slower, and we have this rejection. Now this, when the candle is breaking below, this one can be a nice opportunity for an edge. What does it mean to edge? It means that I have this entry at break even and with profits taken. If I enter here, if I go there, is 10 pips in profit. Price can go either way, and I will have position open for profit. So if the price goes below here, these sell are in profit, and this one is taken out of the break even, and vice versa. And let's see. So this one were selling opportunities, and this one was seen, but was quite too fast to enter this candle close. As you can see, it's very clear that the price candles are showing up very big candles, and they're slowing down exactly where there's a sort of PSA. So this one is the previous lows, is a PPL, and candles are slowing down. When I saw this candle closing bearish, it was too fast and the price was already there. It would have been another nice trade to the bottom. And then we see again, the demand area strong, getting still buyers liquidity in the markets. As you can see, this one was not taken, but it was something that I saw when it was midway. The price was halfway through and I didn't take it. But as you can see, you have a breakout of this previous, this is the last lower high, didn't make any lower low, breaks out, multiple retests, and then this candle is exactly on the dot. The PPL is respected and the price is moving bullish from there. So that's a sort of change in the market structure and a possible continuation buys for the scalps. But again, we are coming towards the close of the 4 hour, and then we're going to see it over here. We have seen it many times. We know that this time I can give many opportunities for some quick scalps. And as you can see, we had this 1 minute rejection area already charted up. And look at the size of the candles. Big candle, small candle. This candle is very small. That's why I had the time to say, okay, almost 4 hour close. There's a possible reversal. I'm not entering right there. But if I did, even if I did over here, or if I did, it would be still good. But look at, goes a little bit more, grabs liquidity at the PPL, and then goes straight down. Where I actually entered, we're going to see it. As you can see, 23 pips in 3 minutes with a huge volatility, huge momentum that was absolutely expected. It's a new 4 hour open. We know that happens. As you can see here, I've seen many times that this is a trend. This is momentum. If I see this candle getting rejected, I'm looking for sells. This is a retest, end of pullback, and expecting the price to go down, especially if it is a PSA that I know that is already on the charts. So that's what I see before the trade, and this is what happens. Unfortunately, the trade that I actually took was quite late. I mean, I could have taken better at a better entry, but with the right momentum, 10 pips straight away, and then it went back to break even. But this one was a good understanding of the price action and the momentum. So as you can see, I should have even entered exactly there, to over here. I could have entered at this candle, stop loss above, and this is almost 20 pips. Now the price is reacting at the same level where we had the rejection, so we are respecting the lows, so we are making a higher low, we're not making a new lower low and lower highs. This one was a lower high, but this is not a new lower low, so this is a good bullish entry. I didn't take it, but I was expecting. This is New York Stock Exchange open. As you can see, it is reacting exactly at another PSA, very strong bullish candle. We are closer to a supply area. We are at this top, so it's a possible resistance. That's where I was looking for sells, but the volatility is too big, so one candle is impossible to enter. This is a retest. We know that happens. It doesn't just go up and down. Goes up, rejection, retest, and then down. And this is our opportunity to enter. And that's why I charted up right here. I charted up and said, okay, yeah, this is a good bearish opportunity. And look where it went immediately in 1-2 candles, 30 pips. After that was pretty choppy. But as you can see here, this is the new 10 a.m. candle opening. As you can see, the price is respecting the same PPL as before. Not a single candle is making new highs. So when you have this candle, maybe you have this candle confirmation that is closing and is going below, That's where you can enter with the sells. You have like 20 pips stop loss, but it's almost high probability that it will go at least 10 pips, as you can see. Even 15 and 20 pips is a one-to-one to the previous lows. So even if it was to bounce from there and respecting a bullish trend, you still add one-to-one risk to reward for your buys, for your sells. And again, you see that the price is breaking, price is making a new lower low. So now you have two choices. You can wait to see these candles, especially this red one, or even this small. You can even enter. You can enter over here at this candle confirmation. You still have to have 20 pips because you want to give it a range. And yes, it's not the simplest, but you still got 30 plus pips. Or you can, the bias is still the same. We're making a new low. So now that the market structure is changed, we can expect a new lower high to then continue down. If the price was to make a new higher high, higher lows, then okay, it's fine. You can manage your trade here and there. You can also use another tool from the last, this is the last impulse move that made a new lower low. You see, exactly 1618 is the retracement, and even better, when you have further confirmation of the price making yet another new lower low below this previous strong support, you have a clean 75% retracement. Even if I don't use it, but this is very clean. We make a new lower low, new lower high, new lower low, where I'm going to look for an entry. If it is exactly at the PPL, it's better. So maybe I would have entered over here. Still huge profit. Even if you enter over there, you'll be in risk, but you can't give just 15 pips. You have to give it 20 pips. We're in a very high volume time. Or even if you don't, now you have a further confirmation of possible re-entry, and this is very strong because it's a confirmation of the price rejecting an area that you know. These previous lows, multiple rejections, that's exactly where the price is reacting over here. And on top is closing below the PPL. So maybe your sub-optimal entry is somewhere over there. Maybe if you want to enter there, it's okay, but you always use 20 pips, and then maybe you can close. If there's a kind of closing here, you close 50% at 10 pips, but then you would re-enter over there another time. So as you can see, very simple. Price is making a new lower low, rejection, and a retest of this strong support, which was the one that we used all day. And then this one could be a further entry, 25 pips. And now we are in a demand area. So what we are expecting is a rejection. So even if you have entered the first candle, 20 pips stop loss, not the prettiest, but look at the timing is late in New York, you still go to 20 pips. It's not anymore the time of scalping, but if you even add some buying pending order, this one, bam, bam, double bottom in the demand area, and the price bounced 30 pips from there. But all these, the New York session, apart from the beginning, was pretty clear, reacting exactly at the PSAs and the further sells that I didn't take advantage of because I took my 2 trades before I took my one and the buys, but this one was very clean, very clean, reacting at the PPLs and creating a very structured market structure. I can give you like this. I think a forecast. No. Ghost feed. Tack. This is the last higher high. This is possible at the same level, but this is a possible either the same low to go to a new higher high, but when this low does not make a new higher high, the price makes a new lower low, and a new lower high, and a new lower low, and a new lower high, and a new lower low. I mean, this is the clear bearish market structure. Look how clean that is. Of course, it's not, won't be a channel, but look also the lower lows, very, very clean. And this is absolutely amazing. And you can take advantage of it with the right PPLs, with the right understanding of the market structure. And this is it, guys, for today. So I had a couple of trades. I don't know if I had anything else to show. No? Okay. Just a couple of trades. One 10 pips profit, one 10 pips profit. That's it. 1% done for today. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.